As is our custom during the second intermission, we're talking with the Kimberley blogger during Blogger's Blurb, Josh Lockhart. So, Josh, your thoughts on the series so far?
Oh, this series has been awesome. I've really enjoyed it. It's been intense, well, except for that first game where we were outplayed in that first period. But it's been a great series, and I think a lot more of what we expected during the regular season between these two teams. Because outside of their first meeting, where it was close, the other games were not as close. So we lost 9-2. Remember?
Yes, and then they won 3-2 or 4-3 or 4-2. They won the last game of the season for the Dynamiters.
Yes,
and the first game was close.
Yeah. So I think for me, like these 1-goal games are more of what I've expected. I realize the Nitehawks have a 2-goal lead right now, but that was a rather fluky and awkward goal that they scored to end of the period, but also deflating. But this for me is more of what I anticipated this.
Two good teams, two good goaltenders, yes. And I think probably Cody Campbell would probably feel bad about that last goal. The first goal, I don't think he had any chance on. The second goal, it would have been a tough save, but unable to make it. And then, of course, that third goal, just a bang-bang play.
And Kramer, like for me, he had the biggest blunder of that period, turning the puck over to Kolopalo, but then the biggest, if I can say, save of the game, as he just turned around with his stick and was able to knock Kolopalo's stick right off the puck.
Oh, that's what happened, because I thought he shot and hit the post.
No, Kolopalo didn't get all of it because Kramer swung around.
Ah, okay.
Yes, from my vantage point.
Okay. To me, it looked like he just took a quick shot and hit the post and then stayed out.
Yeah. No, Kolopalo wouldn't miss a shot like that.
Well, I've seen NHL players miss those shots.
That's true. That's true. But yeah, so for me, that was just impressive to see Kramer play the entire. He didn't give up after turning the puck over. He did everything he could to right that ship. So, which I think speaks for how the Nitehawks play. Full 60 minutes of hockey.
Yep. And their forecheck is outstanding.
Yep.
They started off the period with basically a 4-minute power play against. The Dynamiters in that 4 minutes got one shot on net.
Yeah.
So that they did an outstanding job of penalty killing, and the Dynamiters 0 for 5 on the power play, not taking advantage of some opportunities that they could or should have.
Yeah.
Got a little bit more pressure on to give them the memento, and then of course they score shorthanded.
Yes. Yeah. That was probably the best goal I've seen Davies score all year. Just how he dangled around the defenseman and then kept pressing towards the net. Like he didn't slow his pace down. He just went right towards the net, it was great to see.
Indeed. So, what have you got for us as far as power rankings? No?
No power rankings, but just the round 2 stars that the KI put out. I thought I would share. I'm just trying to find them here. Here we go. There's been so much news on the KI website because they released finally the division awards for all the divisions.
Okay.
But because there's only 4 teams left in the playoffs, all the other teams are posting their camp dates coming up.
Right.
So they just posted at the start of this round the round stars, but it's already not on there because of just how much news is coming out about upcoming camps, which I'm like, we're not even done the season yet. But Kootenay Conference stars was Nolan Carrillo was the Kimberley Dynamiters star, and then Ronnie Wilkie for the Crescent Valley Thundercats.
Right.
So I guess just number-wise, Nolan Carrillo, I thought he had scored 3 game-winning goals, but he scored 2 game-winning goals, 6 goals, and had 1 power play goal and then an assist as well. So for me, that's just outstanding numbers. Ronnie Wilkie in that losing effort, 5 goals and 3 assists.
Ronnie Wilkie was a force for the Thundercats for the whole series for sure.
Yeah, and I remember talking to Coach Dubois about Ronnie Wilkie, and his sense was it's great to see Ronnie Wilkie playing the way he is, but he wanted more players to play like Wilkie, not just Wilkie playing Wilkie. So
they had a couple players that did well, and their number 11, I can't remember his name, and I've touted him for ever since he started playing in the series against the Dynamiters. Him and Karpishin were going at each other for all 6 games. Grant Isles, yes.
Grant Isles, yes.
And I thought he epitomized Canadian hockey. Him and Karpishin banging each other, And as I have been corrected, I called a play that Grant Isles did on Karpyshyn where it looked as if he pushed Karpyshyn into the Dynamiter bench.
Right.
He went flying in through the gate. Turns out that he did not push him, that Karpyshyn went to hit Isles. He missed Isles, and he tripped over his own feet to fall into the bench. So Grant Isles, I do apologize. I called it a dirty play at the time because just out of my corner of the eye, and I saw him kind of laughing as he was going to the bench. He was laughing because Karpyshyn fell over himself trying to hit
Superman.
him.
Going through the bench.
So Grant Isles, I still love the way you play, and I'm going to take back that one comment I made. You're my favorite player on the Crescent Valley Thundercats.
Yeah, and you'll get to see them play one more time, or a couple more times in the.
Well, they have a round robin at the Cyclone Taylor Cup, so they'll be playing 4 times.
Yeah.
Three in the round robin, and 3 in the round robin, and then a playoff for 3rd and 4th or 1st and 2nd, depending on how they do.
How things turn out. So yeah, that'll be. So we'll still get to see them. Hopefully we get there. Currently the Nitehawks are getting in the way. But speaking of the Nitehawks, their player for round 2 was Tyler Hartman.
Yep. He's been a force tonight as well.
Yes, he's I believe scored a goal already tonight.
No,
right?
he hasn't scored, but he's got an assist.
Oh, it was the penalty that he got, I think. Yeah. So anyway, he got 3 goals, 3 assists in 4 games.
So that's
the sweep over the
Nelson Leafs. Yep.
Yeah. And then for the Nelson Leafs, their second round star was Sawyer Hunt, who, former Dynamiter, got 3 goals and 3 assists in those 4 games. So when I look at, again, the Nitehawks numbers, for me, yes, Hartman stands out, but they had several players, I believe, at the start of the series, about 9 maybe, that were either averaging a point per game, or if you just round it up, were averaging a point per game. So they've got a lot. Their talent is spread around. Not saying the Dynamiters aren't. We definitely have seen scoring from all lines, but there seems to be a little bit more Carrillo, Karpyshyn, Miller, Davies out there than some of the other.
And I'm sure the coaching staff is going to double shift that line as well. I thought the Katola line was playing well tonight as well.
He's got his wheels on tonight.
Yes, he does.
Katola does.
So they just have to clean up their play on their own end, because the 2 goals that the Nitehawks scored in that period were both off of mistakes that the Dynamiters in the defensive zone made. Yeah. I thought number 21's goal, Tyler Hartman.
So he did score.
Tyler Hartman did, yes. I thought you were talking about. Okay, so Hartman did score. He scored the second goal.
So I'm not going crazy. Okay,
but that was a shot that was deflected up and hit Langlar in the face or in the throat area, and he was basically out of the play after that. I thought the referee might blow his whistle, but that puck dropped straight down. Hartman took a slap at it, and it went high over the shoulder of goaltender Campbell.
Yeah. So one of the things that Derek Stewart had mentioned about this game was on the bigger ice surface. He felt in Beaver Valley for Game 2, the Nitehawks had a difficult time keeping pace with the Dynamiters' speed.
Right.
But it doesn't seem like the Nitehawks are giving the Dynamiters a lot of room for their speed. Yes, we saw Davies score using his speed, but that was...
Well, the thing of it is that the Nitehawks are doing such a good job getting the puck in deep and getting on the defense, so they don't have a chance to get that breakaway play. And the Dynamiters taking a half a second too long to move the puck. Almost everybody on the defensive core is kind of looking around to see where they want to throw the puck, rather than getting it, knowing where his defensive partner is, and then just getting rid of it. Get that quick breakout, which I think would stand them in good stead. And hopefully in the third period, for the Dynamiters' sake, that they will speed up the play in the defensive zone to get your speed going in the offensive zone.
Yes, that would be definitely what I'd be looking for the Dynamiters as well. And for Beaver Valley, they won't be sitting back. They're not a team that will just play 40 minutes of hockey and go, we got the win. They, as I've seen several times this season, they will keep piling on the offense regardless of what the score is.
Exactly. And I thought the Dynamiters, for the most part in that period, I thought they played even with them, maybe even slightly had an advantage after they got rid of the 4-minute power play, which I thought they were a bit tentative and didn't get any real opportunities. I thought after that it was pretty much even until that second goal of the period by Terps or no, by Hartman, and that seemed to give them a lift, and they dominated probably the last 6 minutes. They dominated the play in the offensive zone, and the Dynamiters paid for it with number 29 Sam Swanson getting just a quick reaction shot that I'm sure Cody Campbell would like to have back.
Yeah. So we're setting up because this game is important because it's a best of 5 series.
It's a best of 3 series. 2 games here, one in
true, yes,
Beaver
it's
Valley.
now a best of 3, but so tonight's game is now last 20 minutes.
This is the pivotal game. If the Dynamiters win, they take a 2-1 lead
on home ice,
and another home ice game tomorrow night. If Beaver Valley wins, they take the 2-1 lead, and they prove to themselves that they can play in this barn. Because apparently history shows that Beaver Valley has not played particularly well here in Kimberley.
Yeah. Well, I think it's a year ago today that we beat them on home ice to advance into the KI finals last year
with the 100 Mile House Wranglers.
Correct. Yeah. So it'll be very interesting.
Well, the Dynamiters have got a hold to dig out of, and they've shown that they can come back in the third period. We'll have to see what happens.
Yep. Let's enjoy the ride.
Thanks, Josh Lockhart, for coming by. And Bloggers Blurb, once again, good job.
Thank you.